Hey everyone, it's Nico with another ThoughtLoad, and this is another crypto update for you, but I want to keep things simple. I'm really going to go over my view for when I'm most likely to sell cryptocurrency in the coming months. And before I get into anything, I am not a financial expert. This is not financial advice. Please read everything you need to make wise investment decisions. This is just speculation and years of research coming from yours truly. So what I'm currently seeing is stuff that I've talked about before, market trends moving upward and everything kind of waiting to see what happens around the 10th of January. Now, keep in mind that if and when Bitcoin ETFs are approved, read recently that $50 trillion or more could be injected into the crypto industry, which increases the crypto industry by like 25 times. So that seems pretty positive. Now, what could that do for the price, right? I'm getting into where I'm going or what I'm looking for whenever I'm considering selling. And I'm mainly thinking about the price of Bitcoin with all of this. So if $50 trillion is injected into the market, most of it will be in major coins. It's probably going to bring up the price of Bitcoin. I have no idea what it could get to. Personally, I do believe that somewhere north of $100,000 is possible. That is more than double what it is now. And that seems like a long way. But if you look at the previous bull runs, it's definitely possible for something like that to occur. So if Bitcoin gets over $100,000, for me, that's going to be a strong sell indicator. However, time is an important factor when it comes to this. So as an example, if January 10th comes around, the ETFs for Bitcoin are approved, and because of that, in the following 2 weeks, trillions and trillions of dollars are injected into cryptocurrency, that could bring the price of Bitcoin up to $100,000. And at that point, I would probably not sell unless things like MACD and RSI are actually showing me selling indicators. And the reason there is if it's already moved up that much in such a short period of time after the ETFs are approved, then I might write it out a little longer and see what happens. But that's only if I'm seeing the market indicators that lean in that direction. And what I'm really looking at is the regulatory side of things. So how the US government is supporting or rejecting the crypto industry. I'm looking at financial charts or trading charts. Several updates and videos or recordings ago, we talked about trading and RSI and MACD and candles and all types of stuff. And so I'm taking a look at those, both in the short term, probably like a week, 2 week, 4 week candles, but I'm also looking at 1 month candles and 6 month candles, and I'm trying to see the overall big trends of things. And all of those are great factors for when I'm thinking about selling, but I'm also keeping in the back of my mind Bitcoin halving, because that's going to happen somewhere around April. So again, if Bitcoin ETFs are approved, trillions of dollars are poured in over those next couple of weeks, everything's supporting Bitcoin and an upward price movement from MACD and RSI. I may actually wait to see what happens until halving if more and more news comes out that more companies are using blockchain or they're investing in Bitcoin or what have you. So there's really a lot that can happen in the coming weeks. Bottom line, I think this is going to be a good time to sell in the coming months. But I could be dead wrong about that. This could go up for 6 months and change all of the trends or be different than all of the previous bull runs. In all of the previous bull runs, the price kind of went from a bottom price to a top price in around 90 days. From everything that I've seen price-wise, we hit that bottom around 50 days ago. So we have another little bit if the pattern is going to repeat itself. But if everything's approved on the 10th, ETFs wise, and companies and industries start to pour money into Bitcoin and the crypto industry, then it would be a great time to sell. The last thing I want to mention about selling is I would highly recommend to only sell the assets that you have held for longer than 1 calendar year. If you are selling after you bought Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency within the last 6 months or 11 months and 28 days or 29 days, then you're going to pay extra tax on that. And the IRS and the government are 100% going to be auditing any misreporting of crypto sales. I got an email from Kraken, which is a major exchange in the US, that talked about how the IRS had requested information from Kraken, and they requested, this is the interesting part, all sales of cryptocurrency exceeding $20,000 during a calendar year for the years of 2016 to 2020. So that means that the government wants their tax money, and if cryptocurrency keeps getting bigger, they're going to want as much of that tax money as humanly possible. So I definitely think there are some interesting times ahead of us, but I urge you all to keep an eye out, look at what's happening in the industry, in the crypto industry, a little bit more often, just to understand what's going on. I've looked at my account a lot more over the past couple of months, and prices in my account have gone up 20-25% in a day, and they've also come down 15 to 20% in a day. So it's going to be a very wild ride if you're invested in crypto right now, but keep an eye out for all those market trends that I've talked about. And if you're in the right position time-wise for selling crypto, definitely get out and take those profits, take those gains, and continue to look on for more investments in the future. Last thing I'll mention on this is, even though I am planning on selling a majority of my assets now, or not now, but in the coming months and weeks, I do plan on having an investment strategy to continue to invest in cryptocurrency after I do sell. And even part of the selling process, I'm going to keep a large chunk of it in cryptocurrency, because if this is happening now, what do the next 10 years look like? What do the next 20 years or 30 years look like in crypto? Think back to the beginning of the .com era, or anything else, any big advancement, any big technology or trend in the past 20 years, social media. Think about the beginnings of that and what it looks like now to you. That's where we're at with crypto. We're at the starting decade, I guess, or time, or whatever you want to call it. But it's about to get really interesting. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Be safe and have a wonderful New Year's. We'll see you next Thursday for another Thought Load. And as always, begin the duel, win the day.